Hello learners, today we are going to talk about emotional intelligence for teachers. We are going to see why teachers have to be emotionally intelligent in order to be effective in their teaching, why it is necessary for teachers to understand the feelings of the students that they are dealing with. So let's begin with emotional intelligence for teachers. Handling with care in active pursuit of happiness, perfect kindness act without thinking kindness. Emotional intelligence. Emotionally intelligent or emotionally competent people have an advantage in achieving their goals because they act on principles rather than reacting to circumstances. This allows them to build satisfying, productive relationships. Emotional intelligence is the ability to sense, understand, communicate, effectively apply. Emotional intelligence is a person's ability to manage as well as monitor his or her emotions, correctly gauge, understand, see the emotional state of others and influence opinions. Now let's see what is emotional intelligence in reality. Emotional intelligence is self-awareness, it is self-regulations, it is motivation, empathy and social skills. These are the 5 characteristics and abilities of emotional intelligence. I repeat, self-awareness is emotional intelligence, self-motivation is emotional intelligence, managing relationships is emotional intelligence, and the other 2 that I mentioned. Now let's quickly see what is emotional intelligence, the self-awareness component of it. Knowing one's internal state and preferences, resources and intuitions. This includes emotional awareness, recognizing one's emotions and effects, accurate self-assessment, that is knowing one's strengths and limits, and self-confidence is also emotional intelligence, which means a strong sense of one's self-worth and capabilities. Now, emotional intelligence and the component of self-regulation. Managing one's internal states, impulses and resources. This includes self-control, that is keeping disruptive emotions and impulsive in check. It includes trustworthiness, that is maintaining standards of honesty and integrity, conscientiousness, taking responsibility for personal performance, adaptability, which is flexibility in handling changes and innovations, that is being comfortable with novel ideas, approaches and new information. Now, motivation is also a very important part of emotional intelligence. This emotional intelligence includes and guides and facilitates in reaching goals, that is achievement drive, which includes striving to improve or meet a standard of excellence. It includes commitment, that is aligning with the goals of the group or organization. It includes initiative, that is readiness to act on opportunities, and optimism, which is very important, that is persistence in pursuing goals despite obstacles and setbacks. Now, the empathy part of emotional intelligence, it is awareness of others' feelings, needs and concerns. When we put ourselves in the shoes of others, then we say that we are empathizing with them. A very important part of emotional intelligence, and this includes understanding others, sensing others' feelings and perspectives, and taking an active interest in their concerns. That is, now developing others, that is sensing others' development needs and bolstering their abilities. Awareness of others' feelings, needs and concerns also includes service orientation, that is anticipating, recognizing and meeting others' needs. It includes leveraging diversity, that is cultivating opportunities through different kinds of people. It also includes political awareness, which is reading a group's emotional currents and power relationships. Now, the social skills which are also very important for emotionally intelligent teachers, and this is adaptedness and at including desirable responses in others. This includes influence, wielding effective tactics of persuasion, and a part of this is communication, that is listening openly and sending convincing messages, and conflict management, negotiating and resolving disagreements, almost reaching to win-win situation in every conflict management. This includes also leadership, inspiring and guiding individuals and groups, change catalyst, that is initiating or managing change, building bonds, which is nurturing instrumental relationships, collaboration and cooperation, which is working with others towards shared goals, and team capabilities, team spirit, integral part of this means creating group synergy and pursuing collective goals. Now, why do we have to understand the need and importance of emotional intelligence? Let's see that. Underlying beliefs. It is believed that things work better when people do things voluntarily rather than out of force, bribery or fear. Fear never motivates people. Force motivates people maybe for a short time. Our emotions provide us with the means to know ourselves, and that this self-knowledge is the key to our happiness. Children start out basically happy, empathetic and good. Why there is need to incorporate the module of emotional intelligence in teacher education? It is very important for teachers to be emotionally intelligent, because if teachers cannot recognize their own emotions, it leaves them at the mercy of other people and creates feelings of distress. Emotional intelligence and teachers. As we know, teachers play a significant role in the life of a child, in the functioning of a school. They have to take care of the effective domain, that is emotional dimension of the students, besides the stress on the academic excellence. This amounts to the teachers looking into their own emotional intelligence so as to draw out the emotional intelligence of the students. Now, the features or the characteristics of emotionally intelligent teachers. First of all, the emotionally intelligent teachers pay attention to ideas and opinions. They are very attentive listeners. They talk to students at their level, at the level of students I mean. They show them respect. They treat them as individuals, and they understand that the students also have opinion of their own. Emotionally intelligent teachers never tell lies, they always speak truth. Emotionally intelligent teachers always make an effort to connect with people, and they have a sense of humor. Emotionally intelligent teachers are not manipulative, they are open, objective, straightforward. Emotionally intelligent teachers do not pretend to be something that they are not. They are honest, and if they are not aware of something, they are frank and honest enough to admit it. Emotionally intelligent teachers are interested in their students. They are honest and respectful towards the feelings of their students. Emotionally intelligent teachers are not self-centered. They give due importance and weightage to the opinion of their teachers, of their students and their fellow teachers. Emotionally intelligent teachers are not attention seekers at all. Now, the characteristics continued. An emotionally mature teacher has the capacity to withstand delays in satisfaction of needs. They have patience. The ability to tolerate a reasonable amount of frustration. They are patient again. They can bear the delay. Emotionally intelligent teachers have the capacity to make effective adjustments. They are not rigid. They are willing to adjust. Emotionally intelligent teachers have always had the attitude of a happy person. They are happy persons, they are happy teachers. Now, it can then be reasonably assumed that the quality of a teacher education and educational program, which is a function of effective teaching, depends upon the level of emotional intelligence of teachers. Emotionally mature teachers are more effective. Without saying, it is believed that they are more effective and their teaching is also more effective. Children, the students are more effective, are able to understand the teachings of emotionally intelligent teachers better than those of not having good emotional intelligence. Emotional maturity in teachers brings stability and overall happiness. It can further be assumed that teachers with high emotional intelligence are motivated, self-disciplined, aspire to excel, have desire to always learn and add value. Teachers with high emotional intelligence have a strong understanding of their values, beliefs, they possess clear goals, they have vision, they have self-confidence, and above all, they have acceptance of both their strengths and weaknesses. They are strong enough and bold enough to accept if they are lacking in some area rather than pretending to be knowing of every fact and very knowledgeable. Ways to develop emotionally intelligent teachers. How help teachers to be more emotionally intelligent? Help them to identify the feelings and their causes. Help them to differentiate between emotions and acting on emotions. Know themselves with strengths and weaknesses. Help teachers to develop listening skills. Hearing and listening, these are two different things. When we hear, then we are not emotionally with the speaker, but when we listen, then we are with the speaker in body, mind and spirit. So, we have to help the teachers to develop listening skills with others and their pupils. We have to help teachers to increase positive feedback to self and to others. We have to help them to increase appreciation of self and others. It is very important for all teachers to be emotionally intelligent, emotionally strong and learn the art of appreciation and appreciating their students as well as their fellow teachers or colleagues. High emotional intelligence always brings about better team spirit. High emotional intelligence, better team. Awareness about the feelings and needs of others, compassionate and empathetic way of looking at situations, control of our own lives if we are emotionally intelligent, feeling of fulfillment is a positive trait with emotionally intelligent teachers, no confusion between needs and rights, this is another trait of emotionally intelligent teachers, better understanding of our responsibilities. Emotionally intelligent teachers or emotionally competent people have an advantage in achieving their goals because they act on principles rather than reacting to circumstances. This allows them to build satisfying, productive relationships. A composite set of capabilities that enable a person to manage himself or herself and others. This is the definition given by Daniel Goleman, who has done lot of work on emotional intelligence. Advantage: high emotional intelligence. Those who develop high emotional intelligence know how to regulate their emotions in a way that enhances success on the job and in life. Why organizations are interested in emotional intelligence? These days, emotional intelligence is considered to be more important than IQ. Organizations are interested in emotional intelligence because the ability of an organization to perform depends on the relationships of the people involved, which ultimately relates to the degree of emotional intelligence of its employees, employers and leaders. When the brain of a child is stimulated with positive feelings, it is energized, it simply learns better. But when a child is afraid or confused, the cognitive brain shuts down. So, no learning takes place. Why to develop emotional intelligence in students? Help students to identify the feelings and their causes, differentiate between emotions and acting on emotions, know their strengths and weaknesses. Further, develop listening skills with others. I mentioned earlier that there is difference between hearing and listening. So, we are emphasizing on listening skills for students as well. Increase positive feedback to self and to others. Increase appreciation of self and others. And now the basic steps to emotional intelligence in the classroom. Managing own emotions, taking responsibility of these emotions, using emotional intelligence to learn about oneself, work on keeping your areas of acceptance wide open, helping your students feel better through increased emotional intelligence. Help them label their feelings. We have to teach them when they have positive emotions and when they have negative emotions. By positive emotions, I mean helping, loving, caring, feeling, compassionate, and by negative emotions I mean anger, jealousy, hatred, dislike, etc. Give them right guidance, respect their feelings, empower them, avoid labels and judgment. We should never be judgmental because we do not know under what circumstances and situations a person, a teacher or a student has acted in the manner he or she has acted. So, very important for emotionally intelligent teachers and students and learners to be non-judgmental in their behavior. Help them to label their feelings. Label your feelings rather than your students. This is for teachers. We should never label the students, but we can label the feelings. Express your emotions rather than issuing commands. Learn to take responsibility for your own feelings rather than blame them on your students. Remember that respect is earned, it is not demanded. Never invalidate a student. Apologize when you feel regret or something. I think this is very important. If we are wrong, there is no harm or no shame in saying sorry. In fact, our self-esteem rises in front of our students and the fellow teachers if we say sorry or if we apologize. Encourage students to express their feelings with feeling words. You must listen, we must listen, and we must encourage students to express their feelings because they also have opinion of their own. Seek voluntary cooperation rather than issuing commands. Rather than saying you do it, we can always say let us do it. Help students resolve their own conflicts, and while resolving a conflict, we must always remember that the situation should not be win-lose, lose-win, it should always be win-win. Both the parties should feel that they have won in the conflict. First, validate the student's feeling before addressing their behavior. Emotionally intelligent teachers are teachers who have the ability to read the verbal and non-verbal cues of learners. Emotionally intelligent teachers, these cues are not only included in what the learner says, but also how the learner says it and what is not said. Facial expressions, tone of voice and posture all send out messages about the emotional state of the learner. Emotionally intelligent teachers are teachers who are attuned to these messages, are able to empathize with learners in a way that communicates respect, acceptance and affirmation. Emotionally intelligent teachers understand that positive emotions such as optimism and hope have the capacity to motivate individuals and encourage high level of participation. Emotionally intelligent teacher is the one who has character, empathy, strength, happiness, confidence and leadership qualities. Emotionally intelligent teachers are the ones who are I am okay and you are okay philosophy following. Emotionally intelligent child becoming emotionally intelligent. The child has the following characteristics, that is aggressiveness and easily getting disturbed and all negative emotions. Such a child would have low emotional intelligence, and the child who is happy, all accepting, willing, loving, caring, understanding will have high emotional intelligence. And now it is said by karmic theory that karma means what goes around comes around. So we must always keep our circle of emotions positive. When we keep our circle of emotions positive, then it is said that what we send comes back to us. If we say good words will come back to us. If we think good thoughts will come to us. And if we do good deeds will come to us. So an emotionally intelligent teacher always must believe in this karmic theory: be good, do good, say good and think good. When we follow these, then we are bound to be effective, emotionally intelligent teacher. And an emotionally intelligent learner or a student always has positive emotions. How do we create these positive emotions? We create these positive emotions through thoughts, words and actions. Thoughts out of these three play the most vital role, because what we think is more important than what we are saying. We may be saying things which are very pleasant to hear, but what goes on in our mind is not heard by the learner or by the teacher. An emotionally intelligent teacher will convey this message through her body language by creating positive thoughts, by speaking positive words and by doing positive deeds. When we follow these three principles of a good emotionally balanced emotionally teacher, then automatically these three traits will be depicted in the behavior of the person. An emotionally intelligent teacher will always talk positive, will always have positive thoughts, and once the thoughts are positive, they are bound to come in the words that teacher is speaking. And when the teacher is speaking positive words, then the actions are also going to be positive. Children or the students or the learners they always copy the teacher. So when the teacher is speaking positive thoughts, thinking positive thoughts, speaking positive words and is positive in her actions, then children are also going to learn the same. An aggressive teacher will make aggression as a part of the behavior of the child. A calm, loving, balanced teacher is going to transfer these qualities and traits in the behavior of the child. A teacher who is helping, who is always willing to care, nurture and share will also pass on these good qualities to the learner or to the child. Therefore, it is very important for teachers to be emotionally intelligent if we want our learners or our students to be emotionally intelligent students or learners.